Hey, Saggy, what's going on? Um, let's hop into your reading. I know it's been a minute. I do apologize, but life be lifing, you know? Yes, let's get into the Sag. This is part one. The link to watch part two, the extended, will be in the description, top of the comments. And if you want to schedule a reading with me, that link will be there as well. All right, Sag. So, whew, cards are coming out. Let's get into this, okay? Sorry if it's a little dark, y'all, but the ring light, I can't with it being too bright. It's like literally, I'll show you. It's 4:29 a.m. Okay. um so all right, Sag. Okay. Let's see, Sag. Can you show me Sag in this connection? Okay. The Cobra. I'm smiling because that's so like this is your card for me. It's fire, all right? And Cobra energy is like it's about timing and almost like the right moment to strike. Whenever I see this card too, I'm also hearing like charmed. So like you're being charmed by who this is, or you find this person charming. I also feel like you're intrigued. You're intrigued by this, who this is. Okay. Cobra energy is also the mantra is when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Okay. So it's like you're ready. That's what I'm getting with you. You're like, I'm ready, but you're waiting for this person. You're waiting for them to give you a sign. Britney Spears. She's a Sag. Hit me, baby, one more time. Let's see. Maybe you're waiting for this person to hit you up, call you. All right. Let's see but yeah, the fire element, you're definitely in your element. Also, your season is coming. Maybe you're like gearing up, like, I know it's my season. Maybe you feel like, I don't know, maybe you all have plans with who this is too for your birthday. Okay, so show me this person. Oh, Le Scorpio. Could be a Scorpio. Scorpion energy though. Okay, so the bear and the cosmic egg as well. Whoever this is, they could be having some sort of awakening right now, some sort of spiritual awakening. If it's a Scorpio, right, like they are celebrating another year around the sun, which indicates growth, right? So transitioning, waking up to a new version of who they are. But I am getting like definitely enlightenment and awakening. Okay, so whoever this is, I'm like right now, they're showing up a bit like fragile or tender. All right. Protective. Uh, they're coming into like that's what I'm saying. This person, Sag, is coming into like this different version of themselves. And the thing is, too, I saw that with you. I saw the butterfly and the moth for you. So if you two You two could be going through this together. You all could be transitioning, like out of, I don't know, you all could be having an awakening together, going through a spiritual awakening together. Even if you're separate, I'm hearing, you could be going through this awakening at the same time, okay? I'm also getting triggered for your person, okay? So let's see what the mutual feelings are so I can understand, like, yeah, triggered. I'm getting like a big rebirth energy. You know what? It's like I'm seeing, this is just how the image is coming through, like Neo on the Matrix. Okay. So I'm also hearing the one, Neo backwards, the one. But I'm seeing like how he came out the pod and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And he starts unplugging all the, whatever. It's kind of like cutting the umbilical cord. So yeah, rebirth. And also too, I was seeing the bear for your person. So mama bear, mama bear. Like a protective parent. Okay. Okay, so this is coming out. Self-love and understanding. I'm just going to take it, but I'm not, this is just coming out. Self-love, I'm still trying to heal, and understanding. I feel like this is your person. I'm still trying to heal. Okay. And this is you, Sag. You're understanding. This is how it's coming through. You're like, I understand. I see your side of the story. I feel like they see your side of the story too. There's mutual understanding here. I think you both understand because you both are going through this moment of like transitioning and transformation. And I, remember I said when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I think you're over there. I feel like you're very intrigued by this person. Okay. And they could be very mysterious right now, right? With that Scorpion energy, very mysterious. But I will tell you, when the Scorpion energy shows up, there's something going on with forgiveness. Okay. And still feeling, usually the Scorpio feels, or the Scorpion, something's festering and it's an unresolved issue. Okay. So this person is still, they're transitioning, they're transforming because of, and I don't know if it was with you, Sag, or what, but there's some sort of like tower moment. It triggered this person's awakening, but they're still, processing what happened, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, your person is still processing. All right. So there's a part of them, their shadow, their ego, even, that still feels hurt, wondering why. Why did that happen? It has to do with, I don't know if it's you. I don't know, Sag. It's weird. I don't know if it's you or it's somebody else that they felt like, because I'm seeing third party on your person's end. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. And like your person is over here feeling like they got burned, and they're still processing all of that. But it was with someone that they were very loyal to. Again, I don't know if it's you or somebody else. If you feel like this person's very quiet And that could be why you're over here. Because I'm seeing you too, Sag. You're showing up with chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. Okay? I don't want to chase anymore. So like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. You're not trying to chase this person. You're intrigued, right? Like you're looking at them and you're, again, it's that mysteriousness that I think maybe also too, a number of you may have Venus and Scorpio. Okay. That would make sense, especially with this person, showing up with the Scorpion energy. Okay. Really staying to themselves. The reason why I say you have Venus and Scorpio is Venus is about attraction. Okay. And what would you be attracted to? Mystery. Scorpio. Okay. The taboo, even, whoever this is could also practice like actively. They could be into, spiritual, like stuff like this, tarot readings and the occult. Okay. So I'm getting that. They're very quiet and you're not pushing, right? Because you're like, well, I'm not going to chase for the answers. But when they're ready, I think you're like, when they're ready, then I'll know when it's time to, maybe talk or address things and share and have a conversation. Okay. And again, maybe the incident was with you. I don't know, but there's something going on here where your person was like, they're like, wow, I was really loyal to someone. Again, Sag, it could be you or whatever, but they're like, I was really loyal and I thought that there was, it's a close friend of theirs or family or you'll know, right? Obviously you're watching this, but they feel like they were betrayed, like deeply betrayed. But it woke them up. And your person is going through a transition where they're recognizing with that cosmic egg and the bear that that's just a part of life though. It is what it is, right? That we don't grow in situations where we're comfortable. We grow in situations that force us to become uncomfortable. And usually we're triggered into awakenings. And I feel like their eyes were open to the fact that maybe they were loyal to a situation or someone who they shouldn't have been loyal to. Okay. Or they're also waking up to the fact that, let's say that this has to do with the relationship with you two, right? They're waking up to the fact that they were still operating I want to use an example. Let's say you and this person were doing well, and then you all had some sort of like disagreement, Sag. Okay, you and this person had some sort of disagreement. You were doing well, and they realize that there was a triggering moment. And Sag can do this. I'll say Sag energy can trigger people. If you know a Sag is going to say the shit. A Sag will just say something like, not sugarcoat it. And whoever this is could be very sensitive. But I think they're realizing like, okay, Sag, and you're realizing something too. That's why I said you're changing too. Because you may, like with that butterfly and the moth, I could see you, Sag, too. Like, what did I say? Like, or like, I know I said something, but I didn't anticipate it hurting them like that. I didn't anticipate, them reacting like that because they're very sensitive. But I think they're realizing that maybe it's not necessarily just a situation with you, Sag, but they were forced to confront something that still was lingering from their past with maybe other relationships. You know what I mean? Like maybe you said something and it triggered like some sort of flashback and they're realizing like, oh, I need to let that go, you know? they're having like this self-awareness moment, and you may have like called them out about something, and they're recognizing like, yeah, I do need to kind of let that go. All right. Let's see. Page of Wands. Okay. Look at the baby. That's me, y'all. That's my mom. All right. Good news. Hold on. And here you are, the Knight of Pentacles. See, Knight of Pentacles is the student. And you're sitting there and you are like, you're ready. You're ready to go. Bags are packed. Look. Some of you may have Virgo in your chart, but you're not rushing anything. Okay. You're very, like, your energy feels actually very stable in this connection. Okay. You're very grounded in how you feel, and you could even be just allowing this person to have their moment. That's what I'm getting with you. You're like, okay, have your moment. I'm here, but you're not going to chase, because one thing I do get with you, Sag, is you know who you are. You know who you are. I'm hearing something about value. Okay, self-value. You know that you have a lot of value to offer. Okay, but there's also something here too where you're like, there's something about being more mindful, like you know your level of wisdom, but in this connection, it's almost like you're having to step more into that student role. Okay, that understanding. It's like, I understand, I see your side of the story, and I also see you, like, and I'm open to hearing more and understanding where you're coming from too, by the way. All right. But I think you value yourself enough where you're like, but I'm not coming after you though. I'm not going to chase after you for the answers, or, if you're like, you go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do. Page of Wands. Hold on one second. Okay, Justice. This person wants to settle things with you. Okay. And I feel like they want a new start. They want things to be fair and balanced between you two. I would also tell this person too, because I was getting the Page of Wands. I like, if I was reading for your person, I would be like, Sag wants to like message you, because Page of Wands is Sag, but it's also a card for like good news. All right. And I may even like tell them, like, you can expect like some good news from Sag. If you want to talk to Sag, I think that it would be a positive conversation. And I think they want to have a positive conversation with you. I also feel like that's their intention. Their intention is to, talk with you, message you. All right. And they want like mutual, again, remember, understandings. Both of you want understanding here. Okay. With Justice. All right. They want things to be made right with you too, for sure. Okay. So where is this? Where is this headed next? So this is what we're going to get into over in part 2. Where is this headed next? Where is this headed next for Sag and their person? Wow. The 10 of Cups. Yay. All right. So I'll get further into this. There's cards too on the top and bottom, but I'm going to reserve that for the extended. And whoever comes to watch the extended, if this resonated and you feel like, yes, this makes sense and you can benefit, read the description of the extended. And if you feel like that's going to add value, right, to your experience, then I'll see you over on the other side. If this is where we part ways, Sag, love you all. Good luck with everything. And I'll see you next time. Peace.